Alright guys, here is the finals round with Perona versus Bonney. We have the channel's favorite, Mike, playing Bonney on the left, and me playing Perona on the right. We're both playing the pink hair, green leaders. Mine's a little older, and I mean that literally and set-wise. But yeah, he just built the deck, wants to play it in real life, and I just built this deck, and I also want to play it. So here we are. I have not done this matchup before, but I don't think Perona particularly really cares about this matchup. I don't think it's an easy matchup for either side, but I do think Perona has the ability to, like, Battle of Nutrition this matchup out. Because, you know, Bonney just has one searcher, and I have two searchers with a card that lets me draw and another card that lets me draw two. So yeah, and everything in this deck minus the Bonnies, the Cavendishes, and anything high end can be easily dealt with my leader effect. So I do feel like I am able to force him to counter things out of hand and just be able to clear his board pretty easily, actually. But you know, the leader resting things does hurt when I am trying to set up a bunch of blockers. But yeah, I think he won die roll and chose to go first. Yeah, that's what happened. No, he chose for me to go first. But yeah, so I just play Momo pass, and then I'm like, okay, what do I do here? I need to get his life down to where I can comfortably stall him. But I'm trying to also effectively, like, build a board here. I just go Momo, and I'm begging for an Otama here. And I don't see Otama, I do see Samurai, and I bottom deck. I think that was a Sabo and 3 Borsalinos, which really sucks. I go 5 in, I hope he just takes it. And he does, which there's no reason to not take that. Then I go a Nupe, and I go ahead and do the cycle, so I draw 2, and I trash a Samurai, because I already have one in hand. And I trash... Let's see. It's between Ice Age or Momo, it looks like. I trashed the Ice Age because I didn't know he was playing the 8-cost kid version yet. But I'm like, if he has the 8-cost kid, that's what it is. But I'll just hopefully draw into more removal by then. But yeah, so he goes a Rouge, and I use a Rouge, not a Rouge, Bonney. Oh my gosh, who am I playing? Perona. I'm using Perona effect to rest the Rouge, and I'm deciding on how I want to do this. I go 5 into the Rouge, see if I can just get him to drop cards. If I do, it's great. If I don't, it dies, and then I get to just focus my board in a different direction. So he does rest the Inupe, and so my goal here is either he drops a card. I do have the Ryuma, so I would have popped it either way, but I do end up going Sabo because he didn't let me, he didn't give me a card, so now he has to deal with Sabo, and that's just the consequences of his actions. And now we're back to square one. I am slowly building a board while he is slowly not. He goes 5 for Cavendish. Cavendish effect lets him get 2. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that card is $20 now. And I guess I see why, because in this deck it's actually very, very good. And he's thinking of what he wants to do here for 3 Dawn. He just goes 5 into the Inupe, and I just block it, because there's no reason not to. He goes 1 for Bonney. Bonney effect to search. And I do see that Zoro in his hand, and I'm like, oh man. What does he add? He adds Haken. If I would have seen that Zoro, I would have facepalmed very hard for dropping that, what is it? Ice Age at the beginning of the game. But it looks like I'm doing fine now. I feel good. If I had a way to minus this Cavendish by 1, that'd be amazing. Alright, so it looks like I go 4? Yeah, I go 4, Yori, and then I go Samurai to rest these 2 guys, and I draw 2 more. And let's see how I decide to do this now. Let's see. He does get to keep his Bonney for another turn, it looks like, unless I just swing into the Bonney. Let's see. Okay, I remember what I'm thinking here. I'm like, I'm just gonna swing the Sabo anyway. He's a 6k body that I would have to defend if he swings into it. Because he's just gonna rest one of them, so why swing the smaller guy? So I go 6 into life, I believe, and he gives me a 2k. And then I go Hiyori effect, Hiyori to play Ryuma, and draw a card. Yeah, I just thought about it for a second, and I was like, you know, I might as well swing the Sabo. I'm not at risk at dying right now, so it's fine if I just swing the bigger body. I get another Ryuma here, which feels great because I already trashed one, which means I have one ready for a Gecko Moria if I didn't have the Hiyori in trash, and now I have one for the Gecko Moria when I have Hiyori in trash. So now my Geckos are going to feel really nice to drop because my whole trash is like set up. So he goes 5 into the Momo. I let the Momo go. There's no point in actually keeping it around. He goes 8 for Kid. And then he goes 6 into something. He goes into the Inupe. And I actually forget to do the Inupe effect here to draw 2, trash 2. Which it could have been very helpful, but it just slipped my mind. That's all it was. And now we are at this crossroad. I am at, I think, 7 or 9 Dawn. And I have nothing I can really do here. That Ice Age missing feels really bad now. But the cool thing is, the kid is rested, so I have no work to do there. So I go Gecko Moria. Gecko Moria, I'm going to play Momo. No, not Momo. Inupe and Hiyori. Yes, I'm just going for value train here. And I just realized I did a kind of a big misplay there. Not, oh no, I'm good actually. Because I can wait, I can see what I get here. Yeah, okay, so now I go Hiyori effect to play Ryuma. Oh, okay, so I did minus, I think I just said it verbally that I was going to minus the Cavendish by 1. But I have nothing else to swing into an 8-cost kid, so, yeah, I get my whole board up and he has nothing. I didn't swing a single thing, so I didn't even rest anything. So, yeah, I wonder what my move is here. It looks like he's going to swing 9 at life. I do have full life, and I recognize this. I'm like, I'll just take this. Why not? I haven't played a single card from my life at all yet, and look how many cards I have in my hand. The draw engine in this deck is actually ridiculous. He goes 7 in, and I'm like, can I take this? I go ahead and block and give him a 2k. I need a Suru and trash too, so that way my Geckos have more, I guess, like value that they can get. He goes Cavendish, and he goes Cavendish to play the Arouge, and now I'm looking at an 8-cost kid with 2 blockers, and that does not look good for me, right? Like, this is a terrible situation to be in, but we both have full boards. Problem is, I do have to deal with this board because this board will end up doing a lot more damage to me and locking me out if I can't get past the 8-cost kid and 2 blockers. So I go Perona effect, and I go ahead and I rest the Arouge. I'm thinking about how I want to do this. Yeah, how do I want to do this? I'm confused on what I'm thinking here. Am I gonna just swing into the kid? Is that what I'm thinking here? Yeah. Okay. So I go Hiyori for 4, and then a Hiyori effect to play the Izo. Izo rests the Borso and draw a card. And then I drew, that's what I was going for. I was going to see if I could draw into anything to pop this kid. And I got very lucky, I can't even lie. I Ice Age the kid down to 3. And then I play 1, go Ryuma, pop. I rest 4, go Ryuma, pop. And now I go 6 out of Rouge, hoping for cards. But I'm just going to keep swinging at him with everything that I have. You rest the Gecko, but I am still swinging 6 into the Arouge. And I wonder what he's going to do here. He just lets it go, because I'm just going to swing into it again. I go 6 into the Bartolomeo, and I'm like, well, what do I do now? I have 1 Dawn up. I'll just go 6 at life, and he does take it. We're both running low on cards. He's got 5 cards in hand now when he draws for turn, and I have 4 cards in hand. Actually, I think he has way more. And I have to decide here, like, do I just let everything go? I think I have to, right? So he rests all my characters. Fine, understandable. He goes 6 into something. I think he's going 6 into life. And I just block and give him a 1k. And he's about to go 7 into something, but I think he realizes that he can't really do that. Or he can't rest. So then he goes 6 into the Sabo, and I do let the Sabo go. Which kind of sucks. I don't want to let the Sabo go, but it's better than taking unnecessary hits right now. We're both at 3 life, and I forgot that he rested those guys, so I just put them on top of each other so I don't forget that they're rested by Dofi. And yeah, now I have full Tendon. I have to figure out what the heck I'm going to do here. I just go 7-8 into the Cavendish. Maybe he'll just give it to me, maybe he doesn't, but we'll see. I'm kind of hoping he gives it to me here, I believe. Yeah, because I don't have much to actually swing into this Cavendish. So he does let it go because he thinks I'm just going to swing on it again, but actually I'm going 8 costs. I go 5 at life, actually. Before I play anything. I don't want to hit a sick trigger. Alright, so I'm going to play the 8 cost. Oh, 2 Borsalinos. I played 2 Borsalinos. That's even better. That's probably why I let the Sabo go. That's funny. And, you know, trashing a Ryuma does feel good if I have to trash if I have another 8 cost play. Let's see what he decides to do here. He goes Hody. Rest both my blockers. I don't know if I fully agree with this unless he's going to clear board. But let's see. He goes really big into, I think that was Ryuma. I only have 2 cards in hand. Oh, you know what? I think he goes 12 into Moria. Yeah, he goes 12 into Moria, and I'm thinking here, like, I have 2 2k counters that will get my Moria out of the swing, but then he can't swing and have leader effect at Moria again. So then he goes 8 into Hody, because he'd have to give up his leader effect. Like, he would have to give up his leader effect to kill the Moria, and I don't think he wants to do that. And I do draw my life because he does hit me for 5. And now we're both in a weird situation here where he's got a hold on, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in hand, and I have 1. 2 now, because I drew for turn. So I'm like, okay, what do I do here? His board is kind of menacing. I have to figure out a way to kill everything here and be safe. So let's count out this Dawn. Come on, guys, let's do it. We got 2 and 8. That means I got some minus, and I got an 8 cost Moria in hand, right? Okay, let's see. I'm just looking through the trash. I remember my Marcus actually comes up behind me and is like, wait, is that your hand? I'm like, no, 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 this is my hand. How do I take this board out? Because this board is threatening lethal really heavy unless I can kill something. So I do go, what's that? 10, 11 into the Dofi in hopes that the Dofi just dies. Really hoping the Dofi just dies. And he rests my leader here. I don't know, maybe he should have rested one of the Borsalinos. And he does counter out. And I'm like, dang, dude, this is not what I wanted to happen. I really wanted to end the Dofi right there. Maybe I should have swung at the Hody. But nothing I can do now. What I did is already out. Maybe swinging 10 at the Hody would have been way better. I think I used leader effect to minus it by 1. And then I just go 6 into his life. And he's contemplating if he takes it or not. And yeah, so gives me a 2k. I go Moria. And then I have the Moria effect here. But I have to clear the Hody. So I have to get rid of something here. And I can't afford to lose my blockers. So I do have to play over my Moria, which feels really, really bad. But this Hody is threatening lethal. So I minus him with Helmeppo down to 3. Because I minus him by 4 total. And I go Ryuma to pop. And now we are here. He can no longer threaten lethal through 2 blockers. Unless he has Hody again. And I'm like, man, if he has Hody again, I might just be cooked. 1 card in hand and through counters. I don't know. Hody swings 10, Dofi swings 10. I have I'll have no blockers. But if he doesn't kill me, then he definitely just loses. If he goes the Hoi route, because he'll lose a life. So he goes 5 into Helmeppo, and I'm totally fine with this. That means I am not dead. Him swinging 5 at Helmeppo means I cannot die this turn. And that is the only thing making me happy right now. Let's see. So he goes Izo, rest Borso, and then he goes into Borso with Dofi, which is fine. I was probably going to block a 10k swing at life anyway. I'm happy to see the card out of hand. He goes 6 for Hawkins, and I'm like, well, I cannot clear Hawkins because he has a protection effect. But also, what else is he? And he tells me, he goes, oh yeah, he's also a blocker. I'm like, shoot. Well, now I have to figure out what I do here. If he's got a blocker. Okay. So I have to math it out. So I got a 9k swing, a 9k swing, and an 8k swing. It's gonna take a mathematical miracle. So basically, the situation I had him in last turn, he's in that situation now. So like I have lethal here if all of my hits go through. Just like last turn, he had lethal if all of his hits went through. And a Hody. He also needed a Hody. But that's besides the point. We are in a new situation, new game state. Can I find my way out of this? This is the finals match for the tournament, and I have to find a way to literally win or lose. So I go 9 into life, and he uses the effect, and he rests the Borsalino, which means I have to make both my next hits go through no matter what. And I'm like, okay, he let that slide because I made a misplay. I shouldn't have made the misplay, but I wasn't punished. I needed to do what I'm about to do first. I go Suru minus by 2, Perona effect to rest. I should have started my turn that way no matter what. That is how I should have started my turn no matter what I did. And that's on me if I would have lost. But then I go, it looks like 9 in with 3 cards in hand. They have to be all 2k counters. He doesn't get that. And then I go 5, 11 in. They have to be all 2ks, and he does not have only 2ks. But yes. That was Perona, guys. Like, very, very hard matchup when we're low on resources like that. But I was able to just grind a little bit, and yeah, we made it there. It was hard, it was not easy, but it was very much fun. I think Perona has a really good standing in the meta right now. If it doesn't go against the super duper fast decks, it can struggle against Lucci, but against Lucci is not too bad. But yeah, look, here we go, guys. Let's do a little bit of a pack opening. So my wife grabs 2. I let my brother grab 1. Marcus is taking the 7 one, and I go ahead and I grab the EB pack. And let's see what we pull here. Oh yeah, Mike is rolling up his mat, but we're gonna see what he gets. And I got nothing. A bust. Flampe's not a bad pull though for value. And let's see. My wife got 2 busts as well. My brother got 2 busts. And let's see, we have one more pack. She's opening the last pack of EB-01. Lay them out. And let's see. Mike is now opening his packs. Let's see what he gets. You guys get a free pack opening. You're welcome, guys. It's funny because I know what we pull. Let's see. He gets a Mr. 2 Bonclay, which is amazing. What a great card. And a Kid Killer is nice. Those are hard to come by around our area. And Mems pulls the Alt-Art Flampe. Amazing. What a great hit. And yeah, guys. We both got some pretty good cards out of those winning packs. And does she open the winner card? I think she did. Yep, and we got the winner Beppo. Alright guys, if you liked this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.